Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drayon, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons Character Conversion, part of the Valor's Call series. We are taking a look at Filaree, the Druid, whose only real appearance was in a couple of coloring books, some stickers, and one storybook. The Forest of Enchantment, alongside Figgin and Caruso, two characters that we have actually recently gone over. So, let's go ahead and get straight into things. Filaree is pretty simple of a character. For these stats, I used the Druid stat block found in the original 2014 Monster Manual. Strength at a 10, Dexterity and Intelligence at a 12, Constitution at 13, Wisdom at 15, with Charisma at 11. For the race, she is the same as Caruso, a half-elf, but instead we decided to go for a wood elf. This is actually a strange little bit of information, but according to the wiki page, wood elves typically have either copper or blonde hair. A very strange note. You'd think that blonde would probably go for high elves, but no. Wood elves are the only ones that have blonde or copper hair colors. Everybody else seems to have brown hair or similar colors. This will increase our Constitution and Wisdom each by 1, while increasing our Charisma by 2. We are a size of medium, we get a speed of 30 feet, dark vision of 60 feet, Fey ancestry, half-elf versatility. Since we are part wood elf, I decided to go for Mask of the Wild. I felt that it was a little more accurate for Filaree, given her abilities within the Forest of Enchantment adventure. We also get 3 languages, Common, Elven, and we're going for Halfling as our extra race. Language option, given our conversation with Figgin. Moving on to our background. This one was a little tricky, but I decided to take some creative liberties, going off of some of the information that we have for Filaree, and go with the Feylost background. This will give us proficiencies in Deception and Survival, one musical instrument of our choice, and the Sylvan language. We get features in Fey Mark. I decided to go with you have a sweet scent, like that of nectar or honey. We also get access to Fey Wild Visitor. We're going with an awakened falcon by the name of Fleetwing. In one of the coloring books, Filaree actually has a companion known as Fleetwing, a falcon. This is the only time that Fleetwing has appeared in the books, and every other time she just turns herself into a falcon. So I thought this was a decent enough reference, but we will be referencing Fleetwing again once we get into our class levels. If you're going with the first level feats, I recommend grabbing the skilled feat, going with the skills of Athletics, Perception, and Medicine. Now for our class, Filaree is of course a Druid. We get a D8 hit die, starting hit points of 8 plus our Constitution modifier, additional hit points equal to 1d8 plus our Constitution modifier per Druid level. We get proficiencies in light armor, medium armor, and shields, but we will not be using anything made out of metal. We also get access to clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, slings, and spears. We get access to the herbalism kit, saving throws of wisdom and charisma, and for our skills, animal handling and nature. We also get access to druidic and spellcasting, which uses our wisdom modifier. A neat little note about Filaree's weaponry. We actually get to see her with a club and a sickle within the pages of the coloring book. So that's a neat reference. For our second level Druid, we get access to Wild Shape, Wild Companion, which gives us access to the Find Familiar spell, which we'll be using to summon Fleetwing, our Falcon Companion. With access to our Druid circle, I decided to go with Circle of the Land, more specifically the Forest archetype. This will give us access to a bonus cantrip in Shillelagh, and also Natural Recovery. At 3rd level, we get our circle spells. Since we chose the Forest, we get access to Bark Skin and Spider Climb. At 4th level, go ahead and increase your Wisdom and Charisma each by 1 point. 5th level, we get access to the spells of Call, Lightning, and Plant Growth. 6th level, we get access to Lance Stride. 7th level, Divination and Freedom of Movement are our circle spells. Level 8, we're going with a feat. We're going with Elven Accuracy. This will increase our Wisdom by 1 point, and whenever we have advantage on an attack roll that uses our Dexterity, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, we can re-roll one of the dice once. Pretty useful. Normally this is used for a bow, but you can also use this for a spell attack, like with the spell Thorn Whip or Shillelagh. Thought it would be pretty useful to get. Moving on to level 9, we get access to the spells of Commune with Nature and Tree Stride. At level 10, we get access to Nature's Ward. Level 12, we are going to max out our Wisdom by making it a 20. At level 14, we get Nature's Sanctuary. Level 16, go ahead and increase your Constitution by 2 points. Level 18, we get access to Timeless Body and Beast spells. Level 19, increase your Constitution to an 18. And finally, at level 20, we get access to the Archdruid. While this is the end of the build, it is not the end of the video, as we still have to go over some spells. For the spells, I recommend the following. Cantrips will be Druidcraft, Mold Earth, Primal Savagery, and Thorn Whip. First level spells: Cure Wounds, Detect Poison and Disease, Entangle, Healing Word, and Purify Food and Drink. At 2nd level, we have Healing Spirit, Lesser Restoration, Locate Animals and Plants, and Pass Without Trace. 3rd level, we have Dispel Magic, Revivify, Speak with Plants, and Summon Fae. 4th level, Charm Monster, Conjure Woodland Beings, Dominate Beast, and Guardian of Nature. For 5th level spells, Awaken, Greater Restoration, and Wrath of Nature will be just fine. At 6th level, Druid Grove and Wall of Thorns will be appropriate. 7th level, Regenerate, 8th level, Animal Shapes, and 9th level, Shape Change. With Shape Change, we can turn ourselves into a rock. A giant falcon, if you will. And with that being said, that is all for today's video. What did you think of Filaree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, this has been Drehon, and I am offline.